Hello everybody, it's Ricardo and welcome to another episode of Retro Gaming on the Atari ST. So the Atari ST disc box has produced for us today Gemini Wing. Not Gemini Wings, but Gemini Wing. Now Gemini Wing is an arcade game, like a scrolling shooter, published by Tecmo in 1987 and then in 1989. It was then converted from Imagitec and published by Virgin Mastertronic for computers of the age, such as the Amiga, the Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, Commodore 64, MSX and ZX Spectrum. This game is either a one-player or two-player game where you control a spaceship in a vertically shooting shoot-'em-up, with all things put in your way such as bug-like creatures and stuff that can only be explained as worms that shoot pellets at you from the side. A very difficult game. Fortunately, with the Atari ST, you do get 3 credits. These are worth gold because you will need them, or at least I do. But then again, we've established from all my videos I'm not very good. Gemini Blue is player 1, Gemini Red is player 2, and they're both futuristic airplanes, and their objectives are to shoot all the enemies that you encounter or avoid them. Enemies are invading aliens, which in most cases do look like giant insects, so there you are, it's confirmed, while others resemble fish or other organic creatures. Now some of these enemies, once you've destroyed them, will issue with some special weapons in the form of spheres or other bonuses such as extra life and speed. The balls collected are accumulated to form a floating tail to the airplane that goes in your wake. The special weapons are single use and are consumed when you want to by the player, but you need to follow the order in which they are in the queue. In 2-player mode you can also steal the ball the other player is using in his way. The game is divided into 7 levels with ground, waters and sea, each of which, with the exception of the 3rd, ends with a boss to be killed. Versions were made for 8-bit computers and also 16-bit computers. But on the SC64, CPC and MSX, 2-player mode is not available. Here we've got a boss that resembles a giant walrus with some sort of headdress on his head. Now he is quite difficult, although moving around in circular motions will get you to kill him. He will dive, avoid him when he dives. When he comes back up the river, you're pretty safe to maneuver yourself into a position where you can let him have it with fiery death. On this level, repeated button pushing will see you through, and there he is, our alien has indeed crashed. He's dead, we've destroyed him. Now, you would be mistaken to think that that game had crashed back then, but oh no it hasn't, and now we're on to the next level. As all this comes from disc off the Atari ST, there are some loading times I've tried to edit out during the entire process of capturing it from the Atari. This level is quite difficult, not so much with the aliens that are coming down from the screen, but these eyes, they're terrible. There is no way, or very rarely, can you get past these without losing a life. I mean, look at this, I'm completely hemmed in. Very difficult indeed, and perhaps it would have been prudent to save some sort of special weapon. So here we are, as our first game over, we've got our first continue, and we're getting through the level. The scenery's changing now to that more rocky and with a grass-like texture as well, so we're gone from sea onto land. These aliens coming down in swarms now are quite simple to kill, but you have to be wary, and here come some more eyes, which are terrible, and you can die quite a few times on this level. Now we're coming up to another boss very soon, once we get past all these eyes. Now I've died quite a few times in this level, but then again we have established that I'm not very good at these games anymore, which is surprising since these were quite a mainstay of my childhood growing up. And now another end of level boss. This time you get 2 eyes on stalks coming out of the mountain. Again, button mashing on the fire button will see you through this. I take the stance of shooting one at a time. Be careful of those lights, they shoot out diagonally or vertically. I found a good way, and I nearly bought it then, a good way of moving from side to side, that way then concentrating your fire, destroying one eye or the other. And there you have it, that's another boss destroyed. And we fly into the gaping hole that was left. Some more loading times from the Atari ST disk drive. And on to round 3. This is so hard. It is so hard. I didn't get very far on this at all. Look at all these things trying to shoot you through a gap. It's crazy. So again, we've got more tube-like creatures and swarms of insects coming down. Game over again. So on I think our final continue now. Very difficult game. And I thought Xenon 2 was difficult. But you can see the similarities in these vertical scrolling shooters. Xenon 2, Xenon in some respects. Unlike Xenon, you can't move backwards along the screen. It is, you are moving, you can move forwards, you can move back, but you can't cause the entire screen to go backwards and to reverse your flight, as it were. And we had another continue. That's fantastic. But I don't think it will make much good, to be perfectly honest with you. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been Ricardo, and this has been Gemini Wing on the Atari ST. Not emulated, ported directly out of the Atari ST into a graphics card via the RF cable. Thank you very much for watching once again, and check back for some more videos in the series. See you soon.